This is your page number 119, chapter number 9, Things Around Us. In this video, I will be detailing about the characteristics of living things, such as number 1, living things need air, water and food. Number 2, living things grow. Living things show movement and locomotion. And the final characteristic of living things is living things have a sense of feeling or sensitivity. These 4 different types of characteristics will be detailed through this interactive video session. The first important characteristic of living thing is the living things need air, water and food. The question is why the living things need air, food and water. The answer is to stay alive, to do work and for their growth and development. All living things do need the air, water and food. Without the air, water and food, all living things, both the animals and the plants, will die. The animals are mainly the heterotrophic living beings and take their food from the plant. And also from others animals. But the green plants are autotrophic and they can make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. But mind yourself that only the living things need air, water and food, but the non-living things do not need air, water and food. The second characteristic is living things can grow. The important point we should know that the growth in all living things start from within. That means all animals and the plants start with a single cell that is called the egg. I repeat, the growth in all living things start from within, and the meaning of this statement is that all living things, the both animals and the plants, start with the single cell that is the egg. The egg divides to multiply and grow into finally an organism. For example, we can say a baby grows into a child first, either a boy and girl, and finally then a adult man or woman. But the non-living things do not grow, but they may increase in their sizes with the addition of the materials outside only. This is the second characteristic of all living beings, that they can grow. The third important characteristic of all living beings is living things or organisms show the movement and the locomotion. The movement, this is associated with the plant only, remember this one, and the locomotion is involved with the animals. Only the animals show the locomotion, but plant cannot show or don't show the locomotion. And what is the meaning of locomotion? Locomotion means going from one place to another place, or transit from one place to another place. This is the meaning of the locomotion, and only animals can show the locomotion. And due to the locomotion, the animals can move freely from one place to another place. And animals also move the whole body part in the locomotion. But on contrary, most plants don't show the locomotion, but they show the movement. The reason is most plants are fixed at a fixed place with their roots in the soil. That's why they do not show the locomotion, but they can move. But they can move their different parts. For example, the opening of the flowers to bloom and the leaves of many plants, such as the pea family plants, drop at night and rise in the morning. These are the two examples of showing the movement by the plant. Clearly, I have mentioned that living things show the movement and the locomotion. All animals show the locomotion, but plants do not show the locomotion. Plants show movement. The reason is plants are fixed at a place with their roots in the soil, but they can move their different parts of the body. Example, opening of the flower to bloom and dropping of the leaves at the night and opening up the leaves in the morning. But the living things do not show any movement or any locomotion by themselves. The reason is they remain at the place where they are. The motion is not possible by themselves, but they can be driven by the different living organisms or by the air circulation. They can also be blown away by the wind or can also be carried with the water currents or any external forces. These are the different factors that may help to move the non-living things. And they are, number one, through the air circulation, number two, through the water currents or other external forces which are driving by the living organism. The fourth one is living things have a sense of feeling. Now, what is the meaning of the sense of feeling? This is the sensitivity. Sensitivity is called the sense of feeling, or sensitivity is called the sense of touch, or sensitivity is called the sense of responding against the stimulus. All organisms have the sensitivity or the sense of feeling or the sense of touch or the sense of responding against the stimulus. And what is stimulus? It is the cause of response. And what is response? It is the effect of stimulus. All kind of organisms respond to different changes around them. and only the living things can respond against the stimuli. In singular, we can say the stimulus. And what is the stimulus? It is the main cause of response. For example, we can provide the example of responding to a stimulus. Touching a hot pan, we immediately withdraw the hand from the hot pan. This is the real example of the respond to a stimuli or a stimulus. What is the main reason? The main reason is heat is treated here as a stimulus, and when we touch or hold the hot pan, we immediately withdraw our hands from the hot pan. And with immediately withdrawing of our hands from the hot pan, this is called the response. I once again repeat, heat is the stimulus. When we touch our hands to the touch hot pan, the heat is the stimulus that we receive. And as I mentioned earlier, stimulus is the cause of response. And in responding, the withdrawal of our hands from the hot pan is the response. This is the example of responding to stimulus by the living organisms or living things. Now we can see such kind of sense of feeling or sensitivity differently shown by animals and the plants. First, I would like to move with the sensitivity that is shown by the animals. Always remind yourself that sensitivity is also shown by the animals. The question is how? By reacting to the stimulus. Animals show their sensitivity or the sense of feeling by reacting to the stimulus. This is the way of showing the sensitivity by the animals. We can provide the different examples in support of this statement that yes, animals can show the sensitivity. How? The answer is by reacting to or against the stimulus. What are they? What are the different examples? Such as blinking the eyes in the bright light. This is the example of reacting to a stimulus. Or another type of example such as we putting our hands to our ears on hearing the blast. This is another example. We laugh when we happy. This is the third one. We weep at the same time when we hurt. Or we can also provide the other different kinds of examples against this statement that the animals yes show the sensitivity or the sense of feeling by reacting against the stimulus, such as the worm can coil round when gets picked. This is the example. Bird fly away on hearing a loud sound. This is another example. Bees and butterflies attracted to the flowers. Another example of the stimulus reacting. The cockroaches run away from the light. Moths are attracted to the light. These are the different examples that shows that yes, animals can show the sensitivity by reacting to the stimulus. Now, for the case of plants, can plants show the sensitivity or the sense of feeling? Answer is once again yes. Like animals, plants can also show the sensitivity or the sense of feeling. It can not only show the sense of feeling, the plants also show the respond to a stimulus and the respond to touch. Individually, we will try to put light in these three different cases. First, I would like to mention about the sense of feeling by the plants. For example, root in a plant is sensitive to the gravity and water. I repeat, the root in a plant is sensitive to gravity and the water. This is the example of showing the sense of feeling by the plants. And always root grows towards the soil. Likewise, the shoot of the plants always grows towards the light and the air. Another example we can provide here, that is the indoor plants are seen growing towards the window, because window is the source of light. That's why the indoor plants are seen to grow towards the window. There are also different kinds of plants that show the special sense of feeling, and they immediately respond to the stimulus. For example, most flowers open up in the morning, such as the flowers on lotus plant open in the sunrise and close with the sunset. This is the example of responding to stimulus, because sunlight is the stimulus for the plant lotus, and this is the way of responding to the stimulus, the sun, by the plant. And this is also the way of sensing or feeling, which is called the sensitivity, because here the sunlight is treated as the stimulus by the plant lotus. Another example we can also state here against this statement that plants respond to the stimulus, that is stomata. Stomata present on the stomata present on the leaves of the plants, and they remain open during the daytime but close at the night time. This is also the example of responding to the stimulus. And some other plants are very sensitive to the touch. Example, leaves of mimosa. Mimosa is called the touch me not plant. They drop their leaves when get touched. There are other types of plants such as climbers plant, example bean, pea, or the grapevine. These are the plants which show also or very much sensitive to the touch. These are the plants, the climbers, coiled round themselves to a support as and when they come in contact with the support. In this video, and mind yourself that non-living things do not have a sense of feelings like the living things. In this video, we have discussed 4 different types of characteristics of living things, such as living things have a sense of feeling or sensitivity. Living things can show the movement and the locomotion. Living things can grow, and living things need air, water, and food. In our next video, we will discuss the other types of characteristics of living things. Thanks for watching.